What is even more shocking is that while they gave 15 million for the arts, even worse, they've only allocated 50 million for frontliners. 500 ringgit for 100,000 frontliners. 50 million. That's it. In the middle of COVID. Okay. These people that risk their lives, these people that put themselves first for us, we're just going to put aside 50 million in this multi-billion dollar budget. And instead of everything else, they decide to allocate 80 million to JASA. What is JASA? A lot of people wonder what JASA is. People say it's the propaganda unit, it's the cyber troopers for the government. Officially, it's the special programs unit or something like that. Now, what it does, I don't know. It was disbanded under the previous government, and now it's reappeared. And I understand one of the ministers came out and said that that money is needed for salaries. I'd really like to know what the salaries are if we need 80 million for it. I don't know what purpose it serves. But again, think about this. 80 million for that, 50 million for frontliners, 15 million for arts and culture. Does that make sense to you? It doesn't to me. We've also got probably one of the biggest allocations to the Prime Minister's Department ever. Actually, ever in our history. Whether it's for religion, 1.4 billion, or for all sorts of other things. Again, it's very grey. Wouldn't you love to know what exactly they're going to spend that money on in the middle of this emergency? I'm sorry, I shouldn't use the word emergency. In the middle of this COVID situation. I'd also like to look at the Pan-Borneo Highway. Now, I think that's an important thing. It's important. We've not treated Sabah and Sarawak the way we should have. And that one infrastructure project is important. But is it important now? They've set aside, I believe, 3.8 billion for the Pan-Borneo Highway right now for this year, for 2021. I think it's important that they maybe scale it down a little. We have more important things to deal with for Sabah and Sarawak. I would like to, I think, address the issues of, the simple, important things like electricity and water for our Bornean brothers and sisters. I would like to address the schools, the infrastructure for schools. I'd like to address the fact that we need to find a way to help the fishermen and the farmers there have, fair trade prices, a structure that allows them to sell their products at a price that they can actually have something worthwhile. And more, train them, give them the support to farm, to grow what people want, what the market wants, to fish for what the market wants. Now, these are important critical things that will allow for the long-term sustainable growth of the Sabahans and Sarawakians. And we're not addressing it. And I think we need to. I could go on and on and on. And I don't really want to, because I'm sure you've read enough. The finance minister needs to go back to the drawing board and redo this budget. He needs to not think like a banker, understand that risk returns are all very different when it comes to people, when it comes to our civil society. You can't make decisions as a banker when it comes to livelihoods and you're a government, because that is your mandate, to take care of all our livelihoods, to ensure that we can actually survive, grow, prosper. Now, especially in this economic quagmire the world is going through caused by COVID, especially with what Malaysia is going through, we need to address these specific issues. We certainly, and I'm not saying that the government is, but we don't even need to give the impression that it's a political budget. We mustn't allow the impression or even the idea that funds from this budget are going to be used for political purposes, to enhance political parties or their election successes. It is important that perception is handled, because we want everyone to buy in. We need all politicians, all MPs to support a budget. And we need the people to appreciate and understand what's being presented to them. I very much hope that we will see the finance minister coming back with an amended budget for the parliamentarians to see, and for us, the public, to read. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye.